Well, Craigs, a long trip for you and the boys tomorrow night. How are you feeling for it?
Yeah, listen, I think we're looking forward to it on the back of our Iron Brew Cup games against Edinburgh and against Airdrie. I think you sense that the competitive season's just around the corner with regards to the league. So, we're excited about it. We don't mind travelling north. We only have to do it once at Inverness, once at Ross County and once at Aberdeen. So it's an opportunity for the boys to gel on the bus. We're playing at Nairn, which is just outside Inverness, and I think the pitch is very, very good. So most importantly, we go up and we try and maintain the level of performance that we've set against Airdrie and Edinburgh. As I said, if we can build on that, I think there may be a few first team boys going up for some match. I'm not too sure who at the minute, but if they come in and add to it a little bit, then hopefully we can come away with a win.
Just how important is it to get off to that winning start, do you feel, Craigs?
Well, listen, every game we play we want to win naturally. I don't put all the emphasis into it because I think most importantly, if we can get players' consistency levels high, if we can get them doing more of the good stuff like we've done against Airdrie in particular, then I think the wins will come, but it's nice to start off, of course it is, we want to try and win the game, but if I can develop these players and get them better, improve their performance level and get them pushing to the first team, that's going to be the most important bit.
I got a good start to the season in the Iron Brew Cup. Just what is the sort of spirit amongst the squad and training here today?
Yeah, they're fine, they're all, they've had yesterday off, so they're all upbeat, they're all catching up all the bad things they've up to at the weekend. So it's back to work today. I think we're going to mix the first team and the 20s are going to train together today, which is good. They train with experienced players, they see what level they have to get to. The tempo sometimes can be a little bit higher, you don't get as much time in the ball. So all these things part of the development. So I mean the spirit's good, we're quite a close-knit group. We don't have a huge squad. Last year we had 18, 19 players, this year we're down to 13, 14. So we're a little bit smaller this year. We're hopefully going to try and add to that over the next few weeks, but spirit-wise we're fine.
You mentioned that some of the older players bring that experience. What do the younger boys bring to the more experienced players in training, do you feel?
Well, we hope a little bit of enthusiasm. Sometimes Monday mornings can be tough when the result hasn't went your way at the weekend. You suddenly get a 16 or 17 year old running about your feet, tripping you up and tackling you and putting you under pressure. And it sometimes just makes you up your game. But certainly intensity, enthusiasm, appetite, hopefully some sort of quality as well. The experienced players can see the younger players are up to standard, they're working hard, they're pushing away. So it's always a good mix. I always think it's probably harder for the senior players to train with younger players, but certainly the younger ones, they have to up their game, they have to up their standard. And if they do that, then we end up with a quality training session.
And what are your thoughts on Inverness ahead of tomorrow's game?
20s is always a hard one because we haven't really had a chance to get any footage. They play a lot of their pre-season games up north, so we don't get the chance to watch them. So sometimes you get in a little bit blind. We'll have a system we'll try and play to, certain things I want the players to try and do. So sometimes that has to change during the game. That can be 20 somewhere along the line. They could have an experienced team, they could have an inexperienced team. So sometimes it's hard to find the balance. But I always feel as if going into games, if we can perform the way we can, if we move the ball, if we can get people in the final third being creative, then we can win the game. So like most 20s games, they're open, they're exciting to watch. I just hope we can come out on top.
And all the best, Craigs.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.